And welcome back to Atlas Radio. It sounds like we're trying to get Michael in right now.
Hello.
Hello, Michael. This is Corey Moore, Atlas Radio. We're actually live on the air. Didn't mean to bring you on like that. How you doing today, sir?
I'm quite well, thanks.
Okay. Just give us 1 second and we'll be right with you. Second hour right here on Atlas Radio. Go ahead and promote it right now on Facebook or Twitter at Atlas Media. You can also chat right now live at atlasmediaonline.com. Click the chat tab. Really energetic in there today. With us today is Michael Badnarik for the second hour. We're talking about the We the People Continental Congress. And you said you're doing good today. This is a short segment. We got about 3:30 before the break. I wanted to ask you just a little bit basic about the Continental Congress, what it is. What is the Continental Congress, the We the People Continental Congress?
Well, the very first Continental Congress was convened in 1774. People in the colonies had been asking the king for negotiation, and the king ignored them. We think about taxation without representation. There was really the lack of any significant communication, that caused them to get a group of people together to figure out a solution to the problem. So they went to Philadelphia, and in 1776, their solution was to write and sign the Declaration of Independence. Well, for the last 19 years, we've been asking, the IRS, the Department of Justice, and we've been, handing all this paperwork to the government, and they have ignored us blatantly. So we're in the same position that they were in 1774. And so the plan is to get 3 delegates from each state and Washington, D.C. So 153 delegates are supposed to get together and come up with a solution to the problem, to identify all the ways that our government is currently violating the Constitution, and to recommend some solutions to the problem.
HX here, Michael. It's a pleasure to have you on the program. If I can just ask real quick, I want to note that it's a critical distinction to make, that what you guys are proposing here is proposing delegates to come together to come up with a solution, and you guys are proposing that you have the solution already. Can you speak more on that? What do you expect? What do you expect delegates to bring to the table?
Yeah, well, the delegates that we are attempting to select are supposed to be very familiar with the Constitution and the Bill of Rights, also familiar with the philosophy or principles that underlie those documents, and to come together again as the founding fathers of 2009, founding fathers and mothers of 2009. And when they sent the delegates to Philadelphia in 74 and 5, they didn't tell them to go to Philadelphia to, sever ties with the king. They just, analyze the situation, come up with some suggestions and recommendations. So they didn't know what conclusion was going to come of the convention the first time around, and we really don't know what possible solutions they're going to have this time around. It could be just as simple as, buying a full-page ad in the newspaper to let everybody know these problems. It could be as significant as forming a committee to, listen to evidence prior to charging members of Congress with treason, for violating the Constitution. But again, I don't have a crystal ball. Nobody, really knows in advance what the Continental Congress is going to decide.
Absolutely. Michael, we're coming up on a break right now. We're live on Atlas Radio on Oracle Broadcasting Network. We'll be right back after this break with the legendary Michael Badnarik. We're talking about the Continental Congress. Stick around.
And welcome back to Atlas Radio right here on the Oracle Broadcasting Network. We are talking about the We the People Continental Congress today with our special guest this hour, Michael Badnarik. Third hour, you call in live, 866-841-1065. That's 866-841-1065, the toll-free international line, or 512-904 8014 in the Austin, Texas area. Before the break, we went over a little bit about what the Continental Congress is, or actually, I think it was about the history of the first Continental Congress. And so, Michael, thanks for joining us again. When is the Continental Congress going to take place?
It is scheduled for November 9th, November 9th through the 24th, about a 2-week period. The 153 delegates will get together, and I mean, it's going to be an incredible event. Naturally, if everybody wants to talk, it's going to take some time. The major difference between the first Continental Congress and ours is the founding fathers typically got gathered together behind closed doors, no media, and then they would announce the conclusion at the end. The Continental Congress 2009 is going to be webcast live, so you'll be able to watch it around the world and hear every discussion, every debate.
Sweet.
So the location has to, where the event is going to be, has to have very good internet connection so that we could do this live web streaming.
That is awesome. Isn't that just amazing that we can do that now, Mike? That is just it's like a whole new paradigm that we can participate in now.
Well, I've been a computer programmer for 37 years now, and watching the technology change, the laptop that I use now is so much more powerful than the first computer that I
Mike, let me tell you, my partner got an iPod Touch, and that iPod Touch is more powerful than a Dell computer from 1997.
Yeah. When I bought a BlackBerry so I can keep track of all the names and phone numbers that I need, and I had an option to purchase a little memory chip, and this memory chip is about the size of my thumbnail, and it contains 8 gigabytes of information. And I mean, most people don't understand what a gigabyte really contains. That is a lot of data.
Yeah.
Again, having started on these ancient computers, where one of the first computers that I worked on had this huge spinning disk. It was about 400 pounds, about 2.5 feet in diameter.
Wow.
And I think it had 10 kilobytes of information.
Jeez, are you kidding me?
No, I mean,
wow.
It's this major
It's
device.
just amazing. It's just amazing that we can take the media and show what this Continental Congress is about. Core?
Yeah, I was actually trying to bring up the PDF for the delegate process, and it totally froze my browser. But I'll go ahead and ask you anyway, Michael. How would one become a delegate?
Well, it's a very simple process to nominate yourself or someone else as a delegate. And let me reiterate that the people that we are hoping to nominate, we would like these people to be the founding fathers and mothers of 2009. These are people who are supposed to be, really high-level, intense constitutional scholars and people who understand the principles of liberty, people who have demonstrated a lifetime of supporting freedom and our constitutional republic. So, you don't have to be a member of your state legislature. You don't have to be a lawyer. You just have to be someone who is genuinely passionate about freedom and understands the purpose of the Constitution. And having said that, it's a simple process to go to the portal webpage, which is givemeliberty.org.